Barak the Yahweh, Barak the El-Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the El-Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the El-Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the El-Shai. All praises of glory and honor go to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahshai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to those out there in the four corners of the earth. My video today that I want to hearken on to is why the women of Israel, the so-called black woman, Latino woman, and Native American woman, the biggest whores, on the planet Earth. It's all because of what our forefathers did back then. They went off and worshipped other idols, other gods of their choosing. They decided to go after, their own heart, and their own gods, their choosing. The Lord says He's a jealous power. You should have no other God before me. And that's exactly what happened. Our forefathers, decided to worship other idols. And our people continue to still do that to this day. And you see why our people are all messed up. In every way. You can't, no matter what you try to do here, you can't prosper. You can't be happy. You're always miserable, depressed. You have some type of negative, negative energy to you. You have some type of negative impact in your life. But what I'm talking about today is why the women of Israel are the biggest sluts. Is because our forefathers committed spiritual adultery towards the Most High. So what did the Most High do in return? He made our women turn against us. He made our women the biggest whores. And now we're seeing how the Most High feels when we go off and worship other gods. It's a lesson that He's teaching us. And it really sucks, but it's only fair. How about Shemash had every right to do that? Our people continue to still do this, man. Israel loves adultery, man. They love committing adultery, man, amongst each other, man, amongst Yahweh, Shemash, amongst each other, man. And then they wonder why they all crying and depressed. The men of our nation want to kill the woman, kill the man. But you can't do that here, man, because you get locked up under Esau's corrupted system, wicked system. But this is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 6. Ye were sold to the nations not for your destruction, but because you moved Yahweh to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemies. That wrath that I was talking about, is going off and worshiping other idols. Our people, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Israelites, back then, went off and committed whoredom against the Most High. Started worshiping, all types of gods, you name it, And like I said, our people continue to do it to this day. They go to these churches, they worship, Jesus, aka Cesare Borgia, Judah's heavy into that, Islam, also there's all types of gods, man. You name it, man. Jake is worshiping it, man. And instead of worshiping Yahweh Shema Shai, the Lord's gonna continue jacking us up, This is the book of Amos, chapter 7, verse 17. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city. It said, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, which is a so-called black, Latino, and Native American woman. And that city that it's talking about is the land of America. It says, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword. And you see it a lot on TV. See so-called black people. And then even on the down low, they don't show it, but Hispanic people too, getting killed by, so-called white man, But it's heavy on Judah because, you got Judah's the head tribe, of the nation of Israel. And it says, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land, And Israel shall surely go into captivity of his land, This is Esau's kingdom, man, and it shows you that that we in his we're in his land right now, man. We're still slaves under him, Until Yahweh says otherwise, man. Until when He comes back, man, and ultimately, get us, get His people out of here, we're still going to continue being like this, And it says, our women shall be, harlots in the city, man. See? You know, most I turn our women against us. So you can't trust a black woman, Hispanic woman, man. You really can't trust, you can trust any woman in general, but, you know, particularly we're talking about the women of Israel. You can't trust them, man. You know, because you're always going to be paranoid, you know, you're always going to have that thought in the back of your mind, man, this woman, you know, could be committing adultery on me, you know. And that's not a peaceful way to live, man. That's why we need the kingdom, man. You won't have any worries, man. You won't have to worry about your woman committing adultery on you. You know, you won't have to worry about anything, man. Just peace, man. That's why we gotta get out of here, man. You know, where I'm at, man, I see Jake all depressed, man. Everybody that I know practically, man, everybody, man, that I've met so far, man, they're all under some type of depressed, man. They have depression in them, man. And you see it in their face, man. No matter if you're rich, you're poor, you know, you're pretty, you're ugly, man. You see Israel, you know, they have some type of depression in them, man. They depressed here, man. And we ain't not gonna prosper in America, man, because we know the Lord Yahweh Shai brought 12 nations, the 12 tribes of Israel to America to serve captivity, man. And we paying for that. And the only time when that's gonna be put to an end is when Yahweh Shai come back, man, and get his people out of here, man. But we know only a few remnant of Israel is gonna make it, man. And our women, man, really the white women is the biggest whore, but our women take it to a whole another level, man. You know, like Apostle Kabar says, man, our women have wanton eyes, man. You know, you could be holding hands with your woman, next thing you know, you see another guy, you know, come up, you know, and she's eyeing him, man. See, man, that's why we gotta get out of here, man. Our people, man, one thing, man, Israel loves, man, is that adultery, man. They love hurting each other, and then they complain and cry why they commit adultery against each other, why you cheated on me. But then you really didn't care. You didn't think about how Yahweh Shai felt, you know, when you went off and committed spiritual fornication against him, you know. So it's only right that Yahweh Shai do this to us, man, you know. But you know, that's all I got on that. But you know, I hope this video was a little edifying, you know. I like to say Barak de Hawa, Barak de Shai, Barak de Hawa, Barak de Shai, Barak de Hawa, Barak de Shai, Barak de Hawa, Barak de Shai. All praises, glory, and honor go to Yahweh Shai, the bonus of the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to those out there in the four corners of the earth. Until next time, shalom.